I'd like to ask you about the use of Section 202C of the Federal Power Act to subsidize uneconomic power sources. Last month, I asked all 5 of the FERC commissioners about this. I asked whether there was an actual national security emergency that would trigger emergency authority to subsidize uneconomic power generation, and none of them were willing to answer yes. I want to include in the record today, and I would ask unanimous consent to include a list I have here of quite a broad list of trade associations and business groups. American Petroleum Institute, the Natural Gas Supply Association, the Electricity Power Supply Association, the Electricity Consumers Resource Council, the American Wind Energy Association. It just goes on and on. Groups that oppose any effort by the administration to use the Federal Power Act or the Defense Production Act to subsidize uneconomic sources of energy. And so I went to your website, to the DOE's website this morning to really get at the base of this. And I pulled up your page on energy.gov with regard to using Section 202 of the FPA. And the preface of using that authority is in the very first line. It says, under FPA Section 202, during the continuance of a war. What war are we using to justify this unprecedented action to distort the markets?
Senator, if you look at the further language in 202C, war is one condition. It then has another condition if there's other emergencies, and it lists as other causes. And 202C has been used in a variety of contexts. I know that currently there's a 202C for a power generation plant in Yorktown, Virginia, that's being used to support power. It was used during the California energy crisis. So
which we all remember the California energy crisis because people's lights weren't on. What's the emergency today?
Well, in terms of an emergency,
and what's the specific legal authority that ties to that emergency?
Well, no emergency and no 202C has been issued, and that the Secretary, though, is always aware and always looking at the issues affecting the grid. So you know that the President has directed the Secretary, especially considering the national security implications of various attacks on the grid, to look at various options, and the Secretary looks at options, but no 202C has been issued.
Given the incredible impact that this would have on electricity consumers, I would just urge incredible caution for above-market pricing in the bulk power system.